Did it. We made it.
That's kind of routine.
Okay. Did it. You gonna talk to people or what?
Just a second.
Go talk to them. They're gonna leave.
Okay.
Boring. I have notes.
Go. Hello, everybody.
What's going on, everyone?
Hi, guys.
Leanne is working on a second prototype for this bag because it wasn't good enough.
I think we talked about it last week, but
Sorry.
felt like the strap was just too short. I felt like, you know, if I had like a big, you know, winter coat on or something, it would be difficult to kind of get my arm in there and feel comfortable holding on to it. So I am changing the strap length. So that's what we're doing right now.
Just a little bit.
Yep.
Just a little bit. I gotta go on here too.
It's good too. I feel like always the second time you kind of like second time doing things, you like realize the order in which things need to go a little bit more clearly, and yeah, it's good. It's always good to do things more than once.
We took some photos yesterday too.
Yes, of the mini Chloe.
The mini Chloe. Oh yeah, we named
We
it.
named
We named the bag
them.
with your help.
Yes.
Chloe and mini Chloe, in the spirit of the mini bags. So thanks.
Yes, thank you to whoever that was that suggested that name. I immediately was like, that's the name. I think that's really good. There were other really good ones that came in though that maybe we could use for a different bag in the future.
Regular order week is almost over.
Yes.
So if that's something you want to do,
You wanna
get on
order
it.
Any of our other bags besides these new ones?
It ends tomorrow. And then also the mini Chloe pre-order begins tomorrow. So we're doing something a little bit different. Because of the nature of this bag, it's completely hand cut, and it takes some time.
Yeah.
We're only doing 10 of each in a batch. So if we fill up with 10, we're closing it down.
So 10 regular size Chloes and then 10 mini Chloes. Yeah, so making this design.
That was me. Thank you.
Thank you. I've never used my French curve more. And so, as many of you probably know, cutting things out with a curve is always more difficult than cutting a straight line with, like, let's say a rule or a straight edge.
I don't believe it.
And so typically when we make a new design, we give it some time before we order dies. With this bag, especially if our pre-order goes well, I think we'll probably order dies pretty quick. But you guys are kind of helping to fund those dies with purchasing from the first pre-order. The dies are basically like giant cookie cutters that are, you know, in the shape of our pattern pieces.
Yeah, they let us be consistent.
Yeah, they let us.
All that fun stuff.
Right, exactly. And I still use my patterns always while I'm making my bags, but yeah, so getting those dies as soon as possible would be great and would help me out a ton to be able to work a little bit faster. So yeah, those pre-orders, we kind of set a minimum because if I do have to hand cut all of them, it's going to, oh, someone asked if it's only the mini. Yeah, so the mini Chloe is tomorrow for a week.
Yeah, a week or till it fills up, and then the following Friday will be the big one.
The big Chloe.
The big one.
Which will have a longer handle on that.
Good question.
Very good question, thank you. Yeah, so hoping to, if I have to hand cut everything, we wanted to kind of limit the number that I would be hand cutting. Because it also takes a lot of time to get those dies to us.
We also didn't have placement of our logo on here, which that's updated.
Yeah, and I can show you guys kind of, I just glued the front onto it so you can see how much longer that top handle is going to be.
And I actually kind of like it a little bit better.
You do?
Yeah. I'm surprised.
What?
I know.
That's
It's
hilarious.
just like emphasizes like the triangular shape. So, and I mean,
This guy gave me so much
flack.
flack for wanting to make it a longer strap, so that's hilarious to me. But okay, that's good. Good, all good things.
What happens to the prototypes that don't make the final cut can utilize the leather again? So this becomes Leanne's
My
bag. Some of them we do end up selling.
Yeah, we've sold a couple off that like maybe have changed like
Yeah,
dramatically or just whatever. We can't sell it
or whatever.
at the normal thing, but
Hello again.
like
Everything's
this new one that I'm making right
Coffee's
now
there.
with the longer strap, as long as everything goes well, she should be like good to go.
Tell me what you're set up now with microphones. So the microphones is actually for YouTube because the sound quality for some reason on that platform isn't as great because it's coming from the phone, and these are just necessary to make it
Yeah,
watchable.
so anyone who's watching right now, we are both live on Instagram and on YouTube.
Yeah.
And there's a computer over here so that we can see what you guys are asking.
And I apologize if I seem weird, but I hurt my back
Yes.
by being an old man, by getting up at like 3 in the morning because I couldn't sleep and sleeping on the couch for a little bit, and now it hurts forever.
Yeah, he strained his back pretty good, so.
Which never happens to me, so
No.
it's really cool.
It's kind of like when you pull that neck muscle and like you think you're fine and then you just happen to move the wrong way and you're like, oh God. It's like that, but like his entire side of his back, so.
It's real awesome.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable for everyone. But yeah, in other news,
Oh, I did want to clarify. So we're still working with a company to get edge paint made,
yes.
and we're going to do something slightly risky, not that risky, but we're going to offer these in natural and olive.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I was like,
she
what are we
risk
doing?
are we doing?
He's going rainbow. No, just kidding.
Because I was in contact with them this morning,
Yeah.
and it's in production.
Yeah. So these bags will be offered in
all
the colors that we typically offer, and then next month's order week, which is October, be the first week of October, all colors should be back.
If for some reason we get the paint and it's different in any way, we will definitely communicate that. It
Yes.
should be identical. It should be a little bit better, actually, than what we were using. So
Yep.
we're excited about that.
Yep. Yes. So that should be good.
Ooh, and this question came across a couple times. Will the big Chloe ever be a crossbody? So
Yeah.
take Advil.
He has been.
I have been. It's not helping. So the answer to that is no.
So
We did think, like, that was one of the questions
that was
we
the
had.
original plan, but it's really, when I made it, I was like, the top handle is too big for it to comfortably be worn as a crossbody. Now, we certainly could make like a bigger
Because then it
version,
would be
I guess,
just like that.
yeah, of the crossbody. But also, that is the first prototype. Now, this is the new prototype
Yeah.
that I'm
It's
currently
definitely
working on.
a
So
true
like
shoulder
this
bag.
strap is much longer. You're gonna have way more room to get in there. But like you can't. This as a crossbody would just kind of
that
be
wouldn't
insane.
really work.
Yeah. So the short answer is no, probably not. The only other thing I could imagine doing would be to make a bigger version of the mini, just as it is. Nick's gonna go grab it.
Because during the design, we were thinking about, like, what does it look like to just have this without the handle
Yeah.
and this be larger? But we opted to make it different, which is
Yeah, I really wanted it to still have the top handle so that it could really be like a handbag, handbag crossbody, like a crossbody handbag. And so I could imagine making a version where like
like a metal.
basically where it is the size of that with the top handle maybe even being a tiny bit smaller, but the top handle would have to be attached in the same way this one is. So this one, the way that the top handle is attached, it's attached to the actual lid of the bag. So when you open it, you know, it's going with the lid.
Happy about the longer strap. Awesome.
Yay. Yeah, so that's the only way I could really imagine that happening. Yeah. So this is the mini Chloe. She will be available for pre-order tomorrow. And there's only 10 slots, so if you're interested in buying her in the pre-order,
I'm finishing up the product page because I have to write some copy and make sure the details are correct. That'll have dimensions on there, obviously pricing.
Yep. Yeah, people are asking what the
and
price
details
is on everything.
So we're a little bit behind on that, but it'll obviously be up for the pre-order.
Yes.
So we took some photos in like 100 degrees yesterday, 2 days ago.
Holy
Was that yesterday?
goodness. It was yesterday. I remember very distinctly as I sweat to death.
And I'm pretty excited about them. I put one out yesterday.
Really pretty, yeah. Yeah, so it was like 95 degrees out basically and humid, and we were in the middle of a field with not
sunny.
A lot of shade. But Nick took some beautiful photos. I pretended in my heart that it was fall, and I wore a wool beanie and like tried to dress more fall-like because the idea is that this bag is, you know, we're going into fall. But holy cow, is I hot. My goodness, I'm just glad it's done. Yeah. And we do have another photo shoot planned for the big guy, the big Chloe, and that hopefully will have cooler weather because it looks like our heat wave will be breaking soon, and I will at least get somewhere into like the 80s,
even if it was
low
cloudy,
80s and
that
70s.
day would be awesome.
Yeah. So looking forward to that happening. Did you go through all your notes already?
Yeah, there wasn't really a whole lot on there. Like,
okay.
Yeah. It's mostly about the bags. I've been doing webinars, so they're fun, which doesn't sound true, because webinars shouldn't be fun.
And what are you learning about?
It's business. I found this website called, it's score.org. I think it was set up like as for like small business mentorships. But it has like webinars, it has courses you can take, and they're all over the place. So like it's a huge spectrum of information. So it might be helpful for anyone to jump on there and take a look. I'm not sponsored by them.
No, we are not sponsored in any way.
So, but it was cool.
Can we talk about the little collaboration that we're doing or not yet?
Yeah, we can talk about it because we'll post it in a couple weeks.
Okay, cool. So, fun stuff. We got to do a really fun collaboration with Red Wing Boots. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of them, and if you haven't, you should definitely go look them up. They make amazing boots. It's actually the boots that Nick wears pretty much all the time.
Not right now,
of course,
got
but
Clarks on right
like majority of the time, he's wearing Red Wings. And I have admired their boots for a long time, and I hadn't pulled the trigger on buying a pair, but plan to be getting a pair very shortly. So they reached out to us wanting to do a collaboration with a new color of leather that they were launching. Do you know the name of the color? Top of your head?
No, I don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah.
It was like different. This is how good we are at this.
Okay. It was different.
It was different.
Anyways, so they sent us a couple hides of their new leather.
Kind of look it up. Just keep going. Ignore me.
And we made a bag out of it. I decided to do our Charlotte sling bag because it just made the most sense with the strap specifically and how that attaches.
This is Mocha Legacy leather?
It's their Mocha Legacy leather. So I will show you that. So here is our Charlotte sling in their Mocha Legacy leather.
Yeah, it's always cool to do something slightly different. And like,
yeah,
I looked into it a little bit, and the tannery they use is in Minnesota.
Yep.
And I guess it's
like
right near them.
specifically to them. Yeah. So this is how this bag is worn.
It's pretty cool.
But yeah, it was. You can touch the strap. It was really fun to do, and we're excited to be working with them. So yeah, so we shot a whole video on like how we make the bag, and working with obviously with their leather and everything. So we'll be releasing that in a couple weeks. We really want to kind of focus on order week and releasing our new bags right now. But as soon as that is over, we'll be releasing that video with them. So
I feel like we're not supposed to tell anyone this, but here we are.
Ta-da! But yeah, I wear this bag quite often.
Can I be friends with you? I don't know. I don't know you yet.
We can work on it. But yeah, it was really fun, and I'm excited to wear their boots. Yeah, so that video will be coming out soon. Oh, magazine.
Oh man.
Where are you? Did you not sleep well last night?
I don't know. I almost forgot about this. So we are featured in this magazine called Table. It's generally about food, but they have like a
There's a pretty big like fashion and arts and culture type section.
It's out of Pittsburgh, which is in our home state, but on the other side.
Yes, we are east, they are west.
Or somewhere in
And
here.
we're like, here, let
The
me put it.
last page. It's not you.
It's the one with the lady on it. Yes, thank you. It's really thick too.
Yeah.
It's a lot to look at, which is exciting. I feel like I just kind of like breezed through it and found the thing that we're in. It's not like a huge article or anything, but it was still really exciting. It was a great interview.
Well, yeah, we had an interview, so I'm assuming
There
we got
it
to
is.
check it out and see when the interview gets posted. But
Let's see if I can show this. to
they
you
shot
guys.
our Navy.
Yeah, we sent them our Navy mini Bowery right there. It was the mini Bowery, right? Not the big. Yeah. And they shot it in their studio, and wrote up a little article. It was really nice. So, if you are interested, check out Table, so you can read about that. And they do have a website with I think some of it on there too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But it's a really cool, big magazine. A lot to look at. I don't know if they're in like Barnes and Noble, but I kind of feel like they would be. So you can check that out.
Do they have boots in your size, Leanne?
They do. Did someone ask that question?
Yes.
Yeah, when they reached out at first, I was like, I don't know if they carry my size because I have very
I know,
small
right?
feet. But they do, which I was so psyched about. Did my mom ask that?
Yeah.
She understands the pain of having small feet. And like not basically being able to wear children's shoes mostly. So yeah,
So yeah, we've been busy.
very busy. And also busy with
House
very
projects.
unrelated leatherworking projects. Yeah. So, just as a real quick side note, I think it was it must be about, was it a year ago or 2 years ago that you ripped up the carpet?
It has to be 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years. I think you ripped it up. We basically lived with it for like a year, or I guess 2 years.
years, yeah.
And then, okay. So when we moved in, we were told that under the carpet was hardwood floors. And we were like, awesome, we're definitely ripping these carpets up because they were pretty gross.
Beautiful cream.
Yeah, I mean, the color was fine, but like they've been lived in
no, it
for
wasn't.
however long. The house is 100 years old. I don't think the carpet was 100 years old. But anyways, we ripped.
The mat underneath
I
was.
Ew, gross. I'm so glad I wasn't here for that. I was
Yeah,
at
you left.
I was out for my best friend's wedding for like a weekend, and so unbeknownst to me, Nick ripped up all the carpets. I won't go into detail, but when he ripped it up, obviously there's lots of like nails and staples and all this jazz to get out.
about
It
that.
was like totally gross, but the worst part was they're stained really dark. But the worst part is that whenever they stain them, which I'm sure was probably when the house was originally built, they stained a round area rug. So it was basically giant unstained rectangles.
It was like deep red brown.
Yeah.
And then rectangles of raw wood.
Yeah. It was insane looking. So we lived with that for, I guess, 2 years. And like even the staining itself, like we put area rugs down in generally the same areas where they had them originally. And even with that, like the staining was just not done well. And I don't love dark floors. So Nick took it upon himself this past week, like Labor Day weekend, basically.
Yeah.
Rented a sander and began the process of refinishing our floors. It was, I was
Dusty.
like, yeah, it was living in the Dust Bowl.
If you do this, remove everything from the rooms you're going to.
Everything.
And we did.
We did. But like, dust got around. And it was a big cleanup, but
I'm fine with it.
they look awesome and I'm so excited. We still have to seal them.
We have to seal them, yeah.
But they look so good, and like I feel like they fully changed the way our downstairs
It feels great.
It feels amazing, and I can't. And right now we don't even have like our
And
furniture
I went
really
up
back.
into our lights and changed the
The
light temperature.
Yeah. Sorry, I know this is highly unrelated.
This is definitely leather work.
But yeah, super psyched. Looks
And then I
really
changed
good.
the color temperature of the lights in the kitchen.
Yes, it looks good. I do not like the ones in the hallway upstairs, but I know you're not.
I'm not doing it again.
I know you're not. I know it's fine. Those ones are tricky.
Or maybe when I'm feeling
Yeah, like you get
like
another
I want
surge.
to.
Right now, I mean, you
No,
shouldn't
I'm
be
not.
doing anything strenuous. So, yes, that's what we've been up to.
Will you share before and after pictures? I think I have video of before, so
He did. I did
I
post
did-
it on the.
I did some
Stories.
small ones, but I can do like a true before and after once we get them
Sealed.
sealed up,
Yeah.
because it'll change a little bit.
Yeah.
But we want it to be like
Blonde.
very similar
Light.
to what it looks like raw.
Yeah. We want it to look like, yeah, mostly like raw wood. So we're doing the Bona Nordic seal is our plan.
You'll find dust for years. I don't know. We cleaned pretty good.
I cleaned my butt off.
I actually
mean,
vacuumed
you
a
did
lot,
too.
but she
I know.
wasn't there to know.
I wasn't there,
to
and
know
there was
that.
still so much dust. So, but lots of vacuuming, lots of wiping down, and then repainting too, because the sander kind of, chipped away some paint on like the trim and all that jazz. So it was just a large project, but I'm glad it's almost over.
And we got our upstairs redone when
When we moved in.
and they did the same thing. They had
Yep.
rugs in the floor, I guess, and just stained right around them.
Yep.
The tough spot is like once, even if you sand it down, like there's still like
There's
a little
still-
halo of where
yeah.
it used to be, just because it's stained and like
It
wood's
seeps
natural
in.
and blah blah
Yeah.
blah. But
It looks.
just-
It looks so. Much
it looks so much better.
Oh my God.
The house feels lighter. It feels newer.
Yep.
It feels just different.
Yeah.
Makes
It's
me want to redo the kitchen.
We'll get there one thing at a time.
Yeah, I know.
I still have to finish Wes's room, so.
It's true. Projects make other projects, in case you're wondering.
It's true. Yes. All right. Do
Anyway.
we have what else? What else do we want to talk about? What other questions you guys got? Sorry for a very long house project discussion. And I'm gonna sew this on real quick. I do think that the bigger Chloe bag will be like not fast to make, but like decent. I'd say it's going to be similar-ish to
Like a Bowery?
a Bowery
I mean, that makes sense. Similar size.
once we have.
I highly suggest if you have ductwork to get them professionally cleaned, like
We
that.
don't have
heating
ductwork.
season is coming. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
So our house is old. We don't have like a central air system. We
No.
just have window units. But yes, if anyone's doing that, that's definitely recommended to get your ducts cleaned after
Yes.
a major project like that.
Yes. No, we have radiators.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Well, actually, a Instagram friend of mine said the same thing.
IG friends.
That she does awesome DIY stuff.
Yeah, that's the one benefit of not having
Yeah.
central air.
I guess that's true. Well, now we can get it after we're all done with all the other projects, right?
Really? I guess this is the point where we ask if you guys have any questions.
Yeah. Yeah. Any questions about the new designs or order week or anything?
I was trying to. So when we did photos the other day, it was so bright.
Yeah.
So it was kind of challenging. The light changed a lot, like throughout the time we were there.
Well, we were trying to find the shady spots.
Yeah, we were trying to find some shady spots, because like the light can be really harsh, depending on the angle, right? So I really wished I bought a filter, ND filter, to kind of help me out with that. That wouldn't have made too much of a difference with the harsh shadows, though.
Oh.
What kind of heat stamp machine do you have, and do you recommend it? It's a quick print model. I feel like it's 39. It's pretty large. We actually got it secondhand, so and they can be very expensive. So we like it, but there's definitely, since we bought that, there's like dozens of more options for
Yeah.
heat press, especially smaller ones. Like
That
if you don't
are
need
less
giant, like this,
expensive.
I think was made for luggage and like large things. So if you don't really need something that big, you can go with something smaller. But I mean, we do recommend it. It works. I
It
think
works
now
great.
they have digital. It's like ours is like a turn thing.
Oh yeah, they have
for
digital
temperature
like
and has like a temperature gauge on it. I think they're
right.
digital now. Will you demo how much stuff will fit in the big Chloe? Ooh.
Oh yeah, we were talking about doing
Yeah, we haven't done a bag tour in a
tour.
while, so
yes,
we're
of
gonna put
both
that
bags.
together. Any idea when Olive will be available to purchase?
Yes.
Yes. So the new bags we'll make available in natural and olive because we're waiting on the edge paint, and I had talked to them this morning. So that process is underway. So we're gonna make them available in that color, but October order week, everything should be back to normal. We'll get the colors in house. We'll make sure they're the same, and yeah.
So next order,
It's a process,
which is
unfortunately.
the first week of October.
Yes. Just gonna come up quick. It's almost like holiday, guys. How many colors will the Chloe Mini Chloe be in? So all the colors. So, excuse me. So natural, black, English tan, navy,
Sienna.
olive, sienna. Did I get them all? Yeah. How many sewing machines do you have?
2.
Can't see this because Leanne's in the way, but there's one.
There's one.
Okay, you want to show what goes into the big Chloe?
Right now?
Yeah. Someone's asking about it.
Sure, I have to like gather some things.
Gather your belongings and put them in a bag.
Here, wait, let me glue this thing on, and then I will do that.
I wish we had a big battery here to like compare.
Do we not?
We don't. Oops.
Oh yeah, where's that pattern piece? This one.
Yep.
Sorry, just give me a sec.
Just writing all these notes on our pattern.
There's a lot to remember. It's just a very different beast.
I feel like that's a fun bag to watch get made.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Because some bags are like, they don't feel done until the end. This one like feels like it comes together like pretty nicely.
Where else would it be?
Yeah, we'll put together a video on these to show you like the size difference and stuff, dimensions, and what can fit in them. Because someone's preoccupied.
Sorry. I don't know.
All the colors are available for pre-order. Yes. Sorry if that wasn't clear. So that's what we're gonna do. So all the colors, just not milled. So if we end up bringing these in milled, that'll come in like springtime. Do you draw your designs digitally and send them to the die maker? So,
yeah.
You have to
all,
if you're getting dies made.
I make them all on paper first. That's how I like to design. But then I take those paper patterns and remake them in Illustrator and send that off to the die maker.
Yeah, you have to send your die maker a vector file, and then they can. Enjoy me.
You can't try to get me
I've
every
been
day.
getting more spam calls recently.
Okay, let's see if this works here.
So what are you doing?
I'm just gluing the back pocket in place. I just want to like get it glued in, sitting for a minute. While
Yeah, one of the new things about this is the back pocket.
Yes. Yeah, I really love how that pocket.
Yeah.
It's like
It's really
it's
cool.
like your quick pocket. Like, you know, you put your
It's your quick pocket.
keys in there. It's something that you know you're gonna need to be able to just like, you don't want to rummage through your bag to get. Does that make sense?
One of the reasons Leanne likes to do things on paper is because like you can feel and see the scale and size. When you're working in digital, like you can zoom out and zoom in, and you don't really have a grasp on how it will be like against the body.
Yeah.
So this is helpful to do that way.
Also, when I design, it's usually like, I mean, I guess we also don't have a printer, which is.
Who has a printer? Come on.
I mean,
Everybody prints their stuff
We're
out at
gonna
work.
have to go. Yeah, exactly. But we don't have works to go to, so that's funny. But yeah, so
You mentioned earlier that 10 would be available for pre-order. Would that
Yeah.
be per color? No, sorry.
No,
So
10
just 10
total.
Yeah,
that was a really good question.
that's a great question.
I didn't even think of that. Okay.
And then next week will be the big Chloe,
Yes,
or just regular Chloe? Just Chloe.
it's just Chloe. But she has the longest strap now because I'm making it right now. You can see, I'll show it again. I'm sure people have come off and come back on and whatever. So currently working on the new version of the big Chloe. Everything else is the same, just the strap length. Just because we felt like this was too short.
This
Like,
isn't comfortable enough.
yeah, and I felt like,
needs to be long.
especially if I had like a big coat on or something.
Not with these biceps.
Okay. I just felt like, yeah, it needed to be longer. So,
What leather weight is the new bag? So we typically use right around 5 ounces
Yep.
for all of our bag bodies.
bag bodies. So what could fit in the big Chloe? A lot.
For patterns,
Let's see.
prototyping, I like to use paper cardstock.
Whoops.
Do my first prototype in craft foam.
Where's my
I
salad?
find,
There.
yeah, I mean, a lot of people do work in like other materials to prototype.
Yeah.
It's something that we have thought about just for as like a cost savings measure, but I feel like you don't really know
It's a
how
different.
the bag feels until it's like in leather,
Yeah. So I always prototype
especially
in
construction.
the leather that we're going to make the bag in.
Yeah.
And the reason being that like the shape is so important to me, and the leather just reacts a certain way. And not to mention, you have to really take like the thickness of the leather into consideration when you're patterning and things like that. So I always just make it in the leather and that we're gonna do it in. And typically I end up making like 1 to 2 prototypes.
If you had to do
So-
like 5 or 6 or something, you probably
Yeah.
would consider a different method. But
Yeah. But yeah, let's see. Can you hear me that?
yes.
Okay. So
But people definitely do that like in fabric. That's a huge, that's like just something that happens.
definitely. So this is our Sally wallet. But yeah, this easily fits inside. I don't know what else. Can you grab my mini, Charlotte? Or my mini, what can I think?
Shelby?
Shelby, yeah. There's gotta be stuff in there. I need stuff to put in there. I don't have anything down here with me. But the Sally wallet fits in there easily. I mean, keys, phone. I can't take my phone because you guys are on it right now. Sunglasses. Pretty much any normal thing that you would put in a bag, I feel like fits in this bag. I mean, you can't put like a laptop in there or anything like that, but I mean, I could definitely fit, like, if Wes was younger, I could definitely, shove a couple diapers in there, on the run kind of thing, throw a snack, maybe a granola bar. She's still working on her memory, so I haven't actually, like, used it out in the world besides photo shoot, so the magnet still needs to work on its memory. but my iPhone does fit in the back pocket. Here comes Nick with my mini Shelby. Is the bag I've been using recently, so it's probably got the majority of my stuff in it. But like we said too, we'll definitely do a bag tour. Thank you.
Bag tour.
So, one quick note that I didn't tell Nick about.
Oh.
We had talked about me changing the lid so that it was flatter.
Okay.
I didn't do that.
Why?
Because I actually really like the shape that it makes.
There we go.
And so I just made the strap as long as it needed to be to get the drop that we wanted.
Fine.
There you go. So this is my mini Shelby that I typically use.
It
doesn't, I know,
like
it
it
doesn't
matters.
matter. This is my mini Shelby. And this is Sienna. So let's put some of my stuff in there. I don't typically carry a ton of stuff, so we'll have to see what's in here. So.
Actually, it's a good comparison next to the Shelby.
True. I think you can fit more in here.
Will an iPhone fit in the mini Chloe?
Yes. It'll fit in the mini Chloe, but I don't think it'll fit in the back pocket. So big Chloe, sunglasses. This is my Betty wallet. This is the wallet I usually use. You can put another one. You could have a Sally and a Betty in there. I have nothing good. Oh, chapstick.
You can tell I use purses a lot.
Oh yeah, you could put the phone case. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I have like a pen and some cash in a clip that we
What?
use.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Very weird
Who lets you
human.
out of the house?
I mean, I could still fit a bunch of stuff in here. Oh, here, yeah, give me the phone case. So this is kind of like putting a phone in there. But I'd probably put my phone in the back just because it's easier to grab.
It's not like enormous, but it's nice and wide.
Yeah, I could fit a bunch of stuff in. There's still plenty of room for me to put more stuff in here. I don't know what else I
Probably
would
put
need.
snacks.
That's what I said before. I was like,
Oh.
I could put a granola bar, like some diapers maybe, if like you have a little one. I'm trying to think. Keys.
Keys.
I don't have a key on me right now, but what else could I put in there? What else would you normally put in there?
Why are you asking me? I don't know.
I don't know.
Put this in there.
That's not helpful.
We'll have to get, we usually get some things together for the bag tour.
For the
so-
bag tour, I'll have like a whole thing set up.
Well, it'll be bland.
Bland. I used to put
Slightly.
books in there.
Slightly.
Little books.
Little books.
Your diary. You could probably put a diary in there. You could definitely put a book in there. I'm gonna rearrange.
Hopefully that helps. If
Yes.
not, if you're more confused, I'm sorry.
But we'll do, like I said, like Nick said, we'll do the bag tour. And also because the strap is going to be so much longer, it will also be even a little bit easier to like get in here. It's everything. Okay. And that was not even utilizing the back pocket. Could you show the flap of the bag with the longer strap open, please? I don't have it done yet, so this is as far as we currently are right now. So I can show you the difference between this. Yeah, so it doesn't have a back or a flap on yet. But can show you. This is the exact same size body of the bag, but this is the strap, the new strap. So it'll give you quite a bit more room to open that
Looks
flap
like she'll
up.
hold plenty, even the 100-odd store receipts that I always
Oh,
find in a bag.
definitely. Oh my gosh. That's actually, I totally
Yeah,
have those.
it's in the bottom.
It's a lot of Home Depot receipts, and there's definitely some tampons in there, but I felt like, you probably didn't want to see that.
The bag tour, probably, when do you want to do that? We haven't filmed it yet, so.
I mean, it'll have to be
What's today? Today's Thursday.
after I make this one,
Yeah.
because we're going to compare them, right?
Yes.
The
that
only
makes
thing,
sense.
though, is I don't have this, like the fully final version of this little guy either, but the
Yeah,
lid is
but
just a
I
little
think-
different. Nothing about the body of the bag is changing, really.
We can also tell people in the description this is the prototype. The actual size doesn't change.
True.
So.
But yes, you can fit an iPhone inside the mini Chloe. So this is the mini Chloe. There goes my phone. I don't believe the phone fits in the back pocket.
No, I don't think so.
I can try it really quick. I don't think it does.
No, there's no way.
This bag is definitely meant for like a more minimal. I can just put. All right. So what I would put in there is a phone. I wouldn't use my Sally wallet. I would use my Betty wallet, which is the wallet I typically use
Sally
anyway.
Betty.
Which is this guy. Can lots of cards in there. Can also shove some cash in there too. What else? Oh, sunglasses. Fit in there just fine. Oh, a pen and some chapstick. Oh, a mask. I didn't even see that was in there. Nope. My random wad of cash. My dad would be proud. Oh, and receipts. Because obviously your purse is going to be full of random, ridiculous receipts. So just FYI, guys, the main thing that's getting changed on this bag is nothing that you'll notice by looking at the front of it, but I am just making the lid a little bit longer so that there's more space for it to close nicely, because right now it's too tight and it's offsetting my handle in a weird way. So once I make that change, it'll fit perfectly and not be a problem. But yeah, I fit all that in there.
How old is this?
You could definitely fit more in there too. Keys.
Is this a prototype?
No, it's not a prototype. Remember I made that for myself. I was like,
Oh, that's right.
I mean, it's at least a year old, I would think.
Might as well show bags while we're here, right?
Yeah. Here, you want to put my stuff back in my bag?
I must not have slept well. I'm like losing steam.
Oh no. So yeah, this will close a lot easier once I
All
fix
this
that
garbage.
lid. I mean, it still closes relatively well, but yeah. And this strap is comes off. It's detachable. There's trigger clips inside.
Leanne uses this like a sunglasses.
I do.
case. I think
It's a new thing I realized that the bag can do. Wait, give me that back. I put, cause like if you put your sunglasses like lens up, nothing touches it, and they're not gonna come out.
So our phones are currently being used for this, but I don't think.
I don't think it will fit. Yeah,
No,
it will not fit in
So-
the quick pocket.
it won't.
I would imagine you would put like keys in there. You could probably put the.
That's a really good question, though.
Let me see if the mini. I mean, the mini Betty should, or the mini Betty. The
Mini
Betty should
Betty.
fit in there. If I can find her again. Let's see if she fits in there. Yeah, she fits in there. Like, just barely.
That's tight, though.
Yeah, it is tight. But yeah, I would say the back
I have
pocket,
my-
you're not putting a ton in there on the mini Chloe. It's like keys, chapstick, maybe. Maybe my little weird
This is
wad
my-
of cash that I had. Oh yeah, that would fit in there. Yeah,
I carry a card wallet, and that would fit in the back there.
yeah. But the rest of the bag, like the main body of the bag, you can definitely fit your phone in there. Sunglasses, all that jazz. Oops. Yeah, on my mini Shelby, I realized I could put my sunglasses on top of the zipper. Oh, and that's the other thing when I was
Latest
talking about like the
technologies.
memory of the magnet. So like I've used this bag for at least a year, and the magnet's closed now. I don't have to ever think about it. When you first get the bag, you might have to like eyeball it up for like a week, maybe two at the most if you don't use your bag often. But then it'll get a memory, and you don't ever have to think about it again. Ooh, my phone, my foot squeaked. Those are good questions.
Yeah, that's great.
Time is up. Okay.
We probably got like 9 minutes until we're done.
9 minutes, guys.
9 minutes. 9-minute warning.
I'm gonna
Or
sew
less.
this really fast.
Yeah, or less. Do you just want to call it? If you're gonna go do, you got.
And I guess, yeah, might as well. I'm just gonna go back to work, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you guys have any other burning questions?
Burning ones. Not Burning Man
Please.
questions.
Small notebook, yeah. Ask away, and again, just so we remember, new strap length for the big
not-
Chloe.
This is helpful.
Well, it works on YouTube a lot better. Plus, you're holding them out further, so it makes mine look weird. All right. You got any questions on YouTube over there? I can't see what's.
No, nothing new.
Nothing new.
Can I say goodbye?
Yeah, I think we're good. Unless you guys. Oh, something came up.
Whoops. Thanks for the demo. Enjoy the afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You too. All right, guys. Unless there's any burning questions, we're gonna say goodbye.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Nick's apparently gonna take a nap, and I am gonna keep working and finish up this final prototype. So, how long will it take to ship out after pre-order?
That's another great question. So the timeline will be on the order page. So I think the way it works out is it will ship, I think it's like the end of October, and then the next opportunity to order these will be, that's what I wanted to talk about, holiday cutoff deadline.
Oh, yeah, we have finalized that.
Ooh. So the next opportunity to order will be November 1st through the 5th, and the 5th is the last day we can place orders for a holiday. So
They can place orders, not we.
I mean,
You gonna place an order?
I'm not now.
Hi, Jamie.
But yeah, that'll all be on the page outlined, so it's very clear. I feel better, Nick. Thanks.
So when's the cutoff for holiday?
November 5th.
November 5th.
November 5th.
Okay.
If it changes, we'll let you know, but that's
what we're thinking.
what we're going with.
So holiday deadline November 5th. The pre-orders should be shipping out at the end of October. Is that what you said?
Yeah. The exact dates will be on there. They'll be a
Yeah.
week different because this one starts
Right.
tomorrow, the other one
Then
starts
next week. Yeah.
So,
But yeah.
and they won't be available once the pre-order's over.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Is it today?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Hopefully she still
Today's the
didn't
7th.
leave quite yet.
Ah,
Yeah. Mom's birthday.
now we know.
Everybody go say happy birthday to my mom.
Happy birthday, Sally.
All right, guys, we are going to get out of here. If you missed anything, we definitely went over a lot. So make sure you watch this back, but we'll post it on the feed.
We're leaving because Jamie joined us.
No, we love Jamie. We would never do that to you. We are just done, and Nick needs a nap apparently, and I.
And, yeah.
Oh, happy! Someone's wishing my mom a happy birthday. Thank you.
Oops.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
Pause and stuff.
Nothing. I don't know what I'm doing.
All right, we're leaving now.
Bye.
Bye, guys. See you next week. Ooh, what'd you do?
What do you mean?
Oh, I thought.